providing that trophy to intercept and eat all of the utility.
Sadly, we've become Call of Duty. As soon as something eats utility, it's like, trophy system. Yeah, so let's see how this looks. Again, this feels like we're going into the dark with Shopify. Just simply don't know their approach in this map, how they're going to play into this. I'm looking forward to it because this should be an outplay. This should be Liquid taking back the lead here quite handedly too. If they are coming in with quite a curious comp, this should sit well for them.
The momentum definitely shifting, especially considering how this last map ended. Shopify going to be having nightmares with those mistakes that happened to them towards the tail end of things. And this is a pistol round. Lacking the utility, Team Liquid already using one of those Skybirds early to gain that top B control. A lot of movement, a lot of information here for Dodonut as she listens to all of this.
Yeah, this is such a big fake out too. It's so nicely done. And again, they've won that front space on B. It's pulled the fourth player over, and now Sarah gets caught. It's the perfect ruse using that TP over towards it. It's stunning. This is high-level work from them, but it's still a 4v4. And wait, Alexis is still standing. Is Jelly to finally wrap the site and get some security to allow for the plant? But Noia's position is a nuisance. It's the 1v1 that breaks out now. Jelly goes digging deeper, which I think was the right idea. But the map's kind of topsy-turvy almost. This post plant's weird and uncomfortable.
But you love the mobility coming out for Jelly. She did push spawn quickly, going back to that elbow area, and Daiki doesn't come out on top.
No, there's no way this goes wrong. Look at the HP. Noia's down low. So's Mel. Donut finally getting involved, but Issa just trying to divide and conquer. Take a fight towards the back of the side. Shopify, you had no right.
Absolutely not. Team Liquid coming out on top with the strategy side of things. They were everywhere. And definitely Sarah getting caught with her pants down there. I mean, just didn't even get much damage. Team Liquid, 3 members holding strong, finding the opening pick. But my goodness, I mean, it was really the work of this kill right here. Yep. Mel, the fact that she's able to come out on top of that frag really just stopped any sort of retake there.
Maybe she just needs to play like the boomer agents more. It suits Mel. You know what I mean? The old iPad out. Just love and life. Now, Purchase coming back through. Obviously, how many judges do we have with this team? Only 1. Okay, fair enough. 3 Bulldogs. And now, well, actually quite invested, right? So you don't want to see them losing too many players here. Taking a bit of an investment on this front. So you're looking at the other side only with the Sheriff on Biazera. But Sarah's going to have a work cut out here on the Viper. Nice work there to stall. Going to make it very hard to get in towards her site. But Biazera, the one to find Alexis. Quite surprised she was caught by that. It felt like it was still very much in hand. Oh, this is sketchy as hell. Oh, okay, Donut, fine. Audio cues alone enough to do it. Daiki gonna help out matters here. Biazera, vision gonna be removed, and Mel's gonna start on this defuse here. That's gonna be half achieved, and it's getting so back and forth. Noia and Donut making it look good here as Issa is found.
And thankfully for SRG, they're able to stabilize. I love the way that Dodonut played that round. I hate the purchase. I don't like the judge coming into the second round, but she compensated for it, right? Doesn't have the range, so she's satcheling around, dancing around, and especially considering how much Alexis got punished on this look here. SRG able to stabilize at least.
Noia's looking kind of nasty as well, quietly at 5-0 right now. Again, we were kind of talking about the chamber effect, and is it readable? Is it going to become too predictable? I don't think so when you're on a map like this. We haven't really seen her play this map in this role, and I quite like this cheeky little start. You feel like it's going to be checkmated probably by a dog or something, but still, why not make a go of something? You're in your bonus, you've got those judges, you've got the, those bits and pieces. It's not a bad idea. Mel just shouldering the corner, trying to hope that they get lazy in the rest of the clear, maybe tee up Sarah. But Biazera has been very diligent. I think that's something we can say about this Liquid side. Even in the losses, they are very much focused in.
Well, keep an eye out on Noia's chamber. As you mentioned, right now, she's teeing up Dodonut in that corner with that judge. If they get contact, she'll just TP away. This bird information from Alexis is going to delay things, or at the very least, keep all 3 defenders of SRG towards this B site. And remember, Noia, Sarah, she's got that wall to drop, and the molly. Definitely going to buy some time.
I hope to see a plan beyond this. If it's just bully the way towards the site, it gets a bit dangerous, but they're going through. Pain shell backside. Jelly gonna catch the heels on the way up. And it's getting messy. If it was anything but a classic, or maybe even a ghost, that could have been way worse. Fortunately enough, Liquid had the weaponry, they had the kind of, I guess, bulldozer towards the site that they get away with it. They don't get punished for some of those scaling up issues. The spacing and the trading in could have been dangerous there, but it's not. So the plant's in. Noya with the Outlaw and Donut with that Judge. Limited availability to close down on some of these kills. Stacked up towards backside, couple towards long. They know where they are. This should be a comfortable crossfire. And very little. Yeah, bye. Oh yeah, all right. Still going to go down swinging, but still. I feel like Liquid needed a bit of that too. Just a nice reminder of some confidence there.
For sure. You got to respect it too for SRG at the end there. You saw Donut trying to isolate any sort of fight. You got to love the start for SRG, but Team Liquid keeping it very simple. Jelly a little lucky to get away with the entry that she did, especially considering she missed that initial satchel. But I mean, I wish that we would have seen a bird come out from the back of Alexis layered on top of that Molly landing. Maybe then it could have gotten a lot more chaotic, but either way, Liquid, they handle it well. And coming to the next one, Jelly, she's been farming, Lauren. Showstopper already online.
Hold on, 3 players. They're facing this Sarah, I think, fine to go on the corner. How far do they fight? Deep flash. They're still going. That's wild. They're trying to double down here. And now, well, Showstopper's going to come through. Does Jelly overhunt? Oh, shit. Jelly has no idea. Wait, Alexis with an opportunity of a lifetime. Flash ready, paint shell in. Fight back, take the space. Daiki had to run, and they get out on long.
How did Daiki escape that? Bizarra able to find Mel, trying to re-aggressive well. Things are getting chaotic right now. Alexis does see 3 members down towards Long B, and Donut's going to take that timing to re-aggress towards Hookah.
Oh, that's naughty. That is filthiness from Donut. And again, they still had shower control. They just lost that little bit of a lineup towards A.
This timing is going to be ridiculous.
Oh, Daiki, you are an ingenious player. Just keeping that clock
She's still
ticking.
holding.
Nah, you're actually a god. Fair enough. What are you meant to do? Noya, you better be able to get, what, 4 players? Because Alexis can't help you right now. Liquid have an absolute genius at the helm. Noya, that's kind of naughty too. Just playing with the timing here, falling back towards backside. Still has the alarm in the way too, so that does give her a little bit of space to work into. Alexis now in the unknown. They had an idea initially. Daiki's still keeping a great check on this. Alexis went the long way. Now there's going to be 2 on the site. The sight line's denied. Daiki gets it, finds her victim. She was on top of this, start to end. Absolute standout round from her. And Noya, not seen.
A slight gap. Noya definitely has a little bit of room to work with, but Liquid, they're not going to give anything.
Right?
Holding all the corners.
One's gone. There's still time on this.
Yeah, she's staying.
There's still time on this. Hold on. Watch that spike. And if she's seen where Issa is, it's going to happen now. It doesn't. Just missing out on that one shot. It was down to basically a second. I got nervous. I get nervous. Don't do that to me.
I was nervous from the start of the round, Lauren. I mean, the fact that Jelly, she was so confident. She didn't even pop her showstopper to start with. And that bait and switch almost giving Alexis a double kill as well to start things off. But man, Liquid able to just respond and react here. Daiki aware as ever. Just not letting any sort of flank happen to her.
Whoa. Again, the fact that Daiki was able to even see that is crazy to me. Like, I'm so impressed at her ability to keep track on the intentions. And look, we know that this isn't high up in the map veto from Shopify, but they still look competitive here. We're still seeing some good looks from them. I'd like to see them tying up a little bit in some aspects of kind of synergizing together, but again, this isn't the round ready for it, right? We've got Sheriffs out and a Bucky,
well,
so...
the Tour de Force might change things a little bit.
My bad. Didn't see it. Didn't see it.
You can see Alexis is trying to set up Noya to get down on that deep line with that op in hand. And Mel, the boomer, is holding the fort down at Shower. You can see the movements coming through. Because Shopify have that op on that B, they're all rotating. Donut has so much work with this Bucky.
A really good opportunity for it as well, actually. Jelly going to go down. Not really a recoverable weapon yet. There's not enough stability to try and fight for it. Maybe a flash through or something could set it up. But Daiki now, what do you do with this one yourself? Playing in Off the back of the dog, you can see the temptation to go for it, but it's really close quarters. Biazera tries to go deeper, and Shopify somehow hold on to this territory like it was theirs all along. And now the final piece of the puzzle being that Neuer's here. That's the big boy gun coming out to play, but Daiki and Georgina, can they find these players, pry them out of these awkward positions?
Just spotted the op.
I mean, the observer's giving me an absolute headache here. Bloody hell, 13 seconds. It's all down to a 2v2.
Player standing.
Neuer in a 1v2. Christ alive. Seeker, will really show where she still is. 3 more bullets and only 2 targets. Those odds sound good when you're thinking of Neuer. But on the other side, Diligence is in play. Daiki still alive, holding the cross. Oh my God! What on earth was that? Sacrifice to the end, but job done. They make it out of there.
And things got hectic. I mean, even the observer.
Look at the support. I love this, though, seeing the other teams coming out here, making sure they're all in support. But, Christine, what the hell were we watching there at the end, man? I was lost.
Things definitely got dicey, but I mean, this is definitely what these low vibe rounds, we're used to it at this point in this series, right? It happened on map 1, happened on map 2, and it's certainly gonna happen here on map 3. Daiki, proud of themselves for being able to convert that one, and SRG, it was just that hero op on the back of Neuer, almost making things work. I love the proactivity, right? They allowed Neuer to control all of that long beat alone, and that's what made this low buy almost a possibility for SRG.
I do think, though, my worries start to mount, though, because there's this kind of build ability, right? You've got some big ults coming through here that are very viable on this map. So I get a bit nervous about that. Mel's one away from hers. Alexis does have hers in hand. Neuer obviously just burning theirs. That's fine. But still, for a team, if they feel comfortable here, like Liquid should be, if they're opting for bind, you can see that momentum really start to compound. And I think we're seeing the best of Daiki here. The calling looks fantastic. Again, the expectation, the capability to pry those players out who are looking a little bit scary. But for Shopify, let's see what they can achieve. Again, it's not like they don't know how to play bind. Obviously, every player knows how to play it, but to have that level of capability against a team like Liquid who are, I mean, they're so close. First map, 13-11. Second map, 13-11. The difference of those reps could be a massive factor here.
And especially considering what Team Liquid are going to bust out here in round 6. We've got the Veto ultimate online. On the attack side of things, we're talking about all those combinations that they can go through with. Neuer wants to find an opening pick. And it's that same kind of setup, but she's solo here now, not setting up anyone else, wants to go forward and TP away. But with Biazera, I'm expecting that Veto ultimate to be popped here.
Neuer. How long does she stay? Time to go. Pulls it at the right time. We're going to see actually a lot of ults coming through. It's about to get incredibly messy. Jelly going to try and skip ahead, though. I like this Diligence for Neuer. There's no way she gets that. Quick trade, though, from Daiki. Again, the backbone to this Liquid side, making sure things stay in hand. Plants in. Viper's Pit is up.
And that dog does connect to Daiki. She's able to tuck tail, hide in that Viper's Pit, though, buy a little bit of time. So much pressure, so many bullets stirring across.
Yeah, they try to go hunting on that. The Flash not going to find her. Biazera going to come back through. Using the ult, but still falls. It's Mel coming alive. They shouldn't see these players. Georgina can do nothing. Shopify, are you serious? 4 alive from all that chaos. They win the round.
Was that Sarah on top of that box, or was that Dodo Nut? I don't know how Shopify were able to get through. Mel finding some sort of gap, killing 2 inside the Viper's Pit, and this quick switch coming out here for Neuer. I mean, that was Jelly all day long looking for that entry, and there it is. The double spam on top of the Brimstone ult to trap them in. Okay, Sarah was not on top of the box. It was, in fact, Dodo Nut. But the togetherness from SRG, that explosion coming through, the second Neuer gets taken out, it's the squad arriving in time.
It's crazy because that tempo from Liquid was wild. So good at what they were doing. Do they try and apply the same thing? First time we've seen them fight really early for showers. And Neuer's been on patrol here, though. This has kind of been her space at the start. Very unorthodox position.
Didn't get a lot of value out of this Veto ult last round. You can see Biazera kind of lingering, staying across as the crowd is trying to send their energy towards Shopify's way. Swing that momentum back into the NA's favor. Dodo Nut wants to keep everyone back, control this long B area.
Yeah, Mel is the one over towards B this time. 4-1 split towards the B side. Rechecked on by the dog. They don't have the full idea yet, and Mel not given much pressure here, so she actually could be able to create a lovely crossfire, no connection on the flash. Liquid, this feels very one-dimensional. If they just try and scale up here, we were talking about how they're not making the most of what they had. Maybe now knowing that it would be Sarah on the other side in that Viper's pit, they think there's a chance here, but
30 seconds left.
Bizarre's
worried.
Kind of lingering around, wants to try to punish anything, but Liquid, they're not stopping.
This time the flash is really good. So much better. The synergy is in place. And now Daiki and Biazera. That is a window of chance. But who stands in their way? The one and only Neuer. The unorthodox position pays off in the end. And Daiki, okay, Daiki still alive, but for how long? That round, the difference. You called for it before. If only there was a flash or a bit more synergy off of Sarah's util. This time, it was there.
And it was beautiful, Lauren. Alexis with that timing. And I love the ride or die. As soon as that Viper wall is up, everyone knows what their job is. Do not let them get past beyond this choke point. You can even see Melo trying to get involved in the mix, jumping out of that hookah. But this lurk, this timing from Bizarra, I mean, if she had a better weapon, things could have definitely looked a little different for Liquid. Quickly taking that TP to kind of regroup, and that's the name of the game on Bind, right? Just constantly creating that chaos towards that top B, bring and draw in those defenders, and quickly end up towards that shower.
Yeah, this is maybe more resistance than Liquid expected here. They're going to be humbled on the money. Sheriff's out. Shopify in the lead. Not what I expected here. And their finance is going to get quite nice if they can make it through this round cleanly. And that's easier said than done when we've seen what Liquid can do in these sort of rounds. They've generally come out pretty good from their timeouts. But still, this is maybe a little bit of a new conundrum because, look, as much as you are walking into the unknown, right, if you're Shopify, we can't eye test them here. But Liquid can't sit there and be up on the VODs. They don't have tape to really clear through. So it's a bit of a learning on the fly for them too, which is quite a nice idea. And I'm wondering how much Shopify have looked into Liquid's Bind approaches, a couple tendencies maybe, but still, for Liquid, they are figuring this out as they go along.
They certainly are. They're going to be talking about the fact that they do not want Neuer to heat up any more than she has been. Operator still in the back pocket. And as soon as that op is on the board, those op protocols start coming out to play. And now all of a sudden, things get a little stale. So for Liquid, they've got to get loose in this low buy round. Kind of take more risks. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're going to proc the Q orb from Issa, get up close and personal. And all of a sudden, Sarah might be all on her load.
Yeah, Sarah does go down as well. They'd prowled so close that she was pretty easy to pick up at this point. Neuer's in trouble, can't get away. Going to be trying to be hunted down here. No one else on the site. This is disjointed. I think they even got info on Alexis on the rotate too. This is big. This should be a plant comfortably.
100%, and Jelly is one off the orb as well. Showstopper might come into play here.
Oh.
She doesn't get the plant down, but Liquid, they have so much control.
Okay, but Mel's removed a little bit of that. Again, back into position for her. Jelly down low on HP. Pain Shell's a problem. She can't get away. Donut pins her to the wall. And now Liquid gonna have to try and make this count with only 3. Cleared. Donut step by step. Breaking down Liquid's house. Biazera, swing it back. Swing it as hard as she can. Ooh, Shopify, you lucky. A little lucky sometimes.
If Bizarra had a second teammate on that side, definitely things would have got dicey. You love the speed of that Stinger reload coming into play in Bizarra's favor. And what a huge opening pick for her as well, just pouncing onto Sarah's face. But Jelly right here, being already low HP, and Dodo Nut just throwing Kobe's across the board. Finding max value out of that utility. And man, Neuer, she's just not missing.
No, she's not, and that's a scary thing, right? Again, we can talk about the repeatability and how it may be readable at some point on the other maps, but here it looks like she's got a lot of freedom. They're not quite sure of how they want to apply it yet, and look, as much as Sarah got left out to dry over towards B long, you'll take that for the round win any day long. So at this point, you look at what the buy is. We've got Jelly's ult here, one away from Biazera's, one away from Daiki's. This is a really big opportunity for Liquid to maybe stop the rot here, stop that bleed. But Donut's confidence getting higher and higher, and Jelly, we haven't seen Jelly have that same level of form that I think she can hit here. Zera going to be checked on early. Mel, keep their attention too.
Yeah, Mel does push Bizarra back, make her use that TP, and break her utility there, that trip. So now Bizarra is going to tuck tail and kind of regroup towards this short A. Liquid right now, they haven't gotten the control that they're looking for. There is a shower orb still up, and Daiki, she's kind of eyeballing it right now. Those Seekers would certainly help give Liquid that oomph, especially with this showstopper still in Jelly's back pocket. Oh no.
That is Sarah going for a swing. And now back in towards A. The problem is the noise here, as is Mel. Cool, calm, collected, and we're not checking! No, you can't give her that level of space. No one lapped that up. Good flash, actually. A chance to swing on it, but still the problem is noise here. Finds him, dips away. Noya is just having fun with it. Too much freedom to be found. And Daiki falls. Shopify starting to find too much freedom in my mind, Christine.
Huge control, huge picks. I wonder what the call was for Liquid to speed up towards that short A, because Daiki was right there ready to go towards that shower and make this hit a little bit more stronger. You can see Jelly just dry peeking into Mel. It was an easy kill for her, followed up with the second. So for Liquid, they got to be better about this togetherness. That 3-2-1 count has to go, or Jelly needs a flash to be able to hit those sights.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking at now is Daiki trying to activate Jelly, get Jelly online, because, again, Jelly has been one of the heavy-hitting players. Not seeing that today. Not completely quiet, but not to the same heights. So Mel this time with Noya. That same push-up. The Seeker should give away this position. She's going to try and stay as long as she can. Actually going to eat that. Wait, she didn't TP out at all. So finally going to back away from this and going to be hunted down by Jelly. Asking a lot from her. There we go. I don't know what Noya was hoping for, but that was ambitious. So Mel going to pick up the slack though. Takes away Biazera. Mel going wild. Finding two and keeping this still within touching distance. A 3v3. Liquid do have the sight, but disrespect. Donut doesn't care. No fear found anymore. Aziza, the last one alive. It's all too easy now.
Unreal, unbelievable. If it's not Mel screaming through, getting a double, it's Dodo Nut right hot on her heels. And Noya, I mean, it was a little bit confusing, but you could see that she wanted to not take that TP until she's able to get Jelly's ultimate out, right? Try to tank that and get max value before she gets out. Well played from Jelly to just really punish her on those shenanigans. But either way, SRG, they were never going to give up this A site.
This is a new gear. This is a new step. A confident Shopify taking fights like that. You got to bring them back into heal. You got to command that space. Liquid are lethal, but right now they are looking a little less than. Sarah stands her ground, and she has help. That's why she doesn't need to back away. All of those small opportunities the Liquid might have had before are suddenly not looking like they're there.
Things are definitely slipping away, and if you're Liquid, you've got to try to look ahead for the next round. Potentially, well, the last round of this half.
Yeah.
Try to collect an orb, get some kills, a 1-2 peek, but man, SRG, they are not letting any gap go untold.
And there it is. Checkmate there. Biazera gonna be caught. They know where Issa is, that spike.
They
what are
all
you meant
want
to
it.
do? Yeah, hunt
They're all
him
going
down.
for it.
Alexis gets there first. All smiles on the Shopify side. That is appalling timing. Cameraman, whoever did that, nasty. Nasty work. Speaking of Chamber though, 14-6 for Noya.
Not bad.
Form. I mean, I'm a bit worried for Liquid here, Christine, because this is a tilter as well. This was meant to be a comfort almost in the best of 5. That little mid-round lull by not known to be a Shopify map, and they've come out here, and they look scarier than ever.
Definitely a curveball right now. It's really been Noya and Mel holding down the fort towards this B, or rather A, and it'll be that again. Tour de force out on the board, and look at Mel. So risky. She's taking this line towards short. Go ahead, use one of these smokes to buy herself some time. And Liquid, things have really slowed down. You can see Daiki, she's lingering towards this bottom B, gonna try to make it look like Liquid want this map control. And this is where Liquid have really fallen apart this whole first half, is during these lulls in the round, that timing, that togetherness and synergy, it's been lacking.
No early test here. Mel playing up close. We've seen previously Noya kind of in synergy on that A short line. Not the case here.
I think Daiki was able to dodge this bird from Alexis, and that's why she's kind of taken ground and went forward. She's even bringing the rest of her teammates through. But Alexis, this dog should give a lot of information, spotting 2 agents towards this bottom B.
And Mel really wants to make sure no one's nearby. A little bit weird to invest that ult on that side, but sure, maybe freeze up the rotation. Donut here with hers. 4 down long. Liquid, you got to stick this one. This means a whole lot. And here we go, Sarah, Alexis, it's all one-sided. Shopify, how are you making this look so simple? Team Liquid, where have you gone? 9-3, this was not the map. I expected this scoreline. Christine, this is so one-sided and it's on the map. Shopify simply don't play. I don't know what I'm seeing.
It's unbelievable scenes. I mean, really, this last round is a perfect example of it. You see Donut just arriving in the nick of time, and even though you think that Liquid are going to dodge that showstopper, it lands, and SRG, they're able to just make it look easy.
They certainly do. Shopify is one thing, but SRN knows what it's like to play against them. Standing by with Jen Lee.
Hey guys, Jen here with SRN. Hello, SRN. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so Bind, Bizarra on Veto is something that really defines Team Liquid's Bind coming into this meta. Now, you played Raze, Jet, Neon, Waylay in this tournament. As a duelist, what is it like going up against the Veto?
I think Veto is a pretty good agent to play on Bind. But I think it's like pretty easy to play against stuff because we played against Ninetales, they play with Veto, and I actually thought that it was gonna be difficult, but it was actually easy. So, but I think that Bizarra has a good Veto, so they could win this.
오, okay. 먼저 이제 이번 대회 타격대 여러 가지를 했던 SRN 선수인데요. 팀 리퀴드의 바인드 가장 큰 특징이 비제라 선수의 비토가 아닐까 싶은데 이 비토를 상대하는 거에 대해서 좀 어떻게 생각하냐고 물어봤는데 타격대 입장에서 원래 나인테일즈의 비토를 만났을 때도 그렇고 어려울 줄 알았는데 의외로 좀 그닥 그렇게 까다롭지는 않은 것 같다고 충분히 상대할 수 있다고 얘기를 해줬습니다. 그러면서 이 비토가 다른 맵에서는 모르겠지만 바인드에서 특히나 굉장히 좋은 요원인 것 같고 그리고 상대하기 아무리 쉽다 해도 비제라 선수의 비토는 좀 다르기 때문에 리퀴드가 이번 공수전환 이후에 좀 승리를 가져갈 수 있지 않을까라고 얘기를 해줬습니다. 자 그러면 9대3 여기서 충분히 승리를 가져가기에 충분한 스코어 라인이라고 보시는지도 물어보도록 하겠습니다. 9-3, you think that's enough?
That's not enough, but they could win this. Like, it's a pretty good defense. As I said, they got Veto, and it's a pretty good agent to play in defense. So yeah.
9대3 좀 아쉽기는 하지만 그래도 비제라 선수의 비토를 믿어보면 충분히 승리할 수 있지 않을까, 역전할 수 있지 않을까라고 생각한다고 얘기를 해줬습니다. 이렇게 해서 SRN 선수 만나봤습니다. Okay, thank you SRN.
Thank you so much.
Let's get back into the game.
I love that SRN started with like, it's fine, and then pressed a little further, like, but 9-3 is rough. No, it's not enough, but maybe it can happen. Faith in the veto, but going back into the Coinbase Econ report, I mean, is it Neuer towards the top? Donut? I mean, take your pick at this point. Like, where's their Shopify been? Why aren't they playing Bind, man? They've been sandbagging their vetoes until the final? Is that...
Yeah, you know, heating up right in the nick of time is SRG right now. Going on to SRN's point about this veto, sure, it's definitely more of a defense-sided agent on Bind than traditionally. I'm looking at how Bizarra is going to handle things because generally speaking, as a veto, yeah, you can counter the Viper Q orb, but all of a sudden you eat that orb and you're exposed completely on this entire short A line, and especially with Noya on the chamber, SRG are going to be a lot more willing to go and punish this veto. She's not going to have the breathing room that I think she's expecting coming to this defense.
Let's find out. 9-3, the strongest half we've seen thus far. And Shopify, hell, if they get this pistol, I mean, they're within touching distance. But for Liquid, it's a must-have, a need. Sarah gonna note presence on this side.
She hears that it's interceptor. She wants it.
Oh, slipping up here. Love this. Georgina trying to go for the check. Brilliant. Lovely, but very isolated. This is all still pretty far away. This is very individual. I mean, 2 players found for free near on, no trades.
The weakness of Chamber, no buddy system in sight, and doesn't have enough bullets in her gun to break that dog. And now, I mean, SRG, they have so much on their plate. Look at their HPs just getting eaten.
Yeah, they are getting absolutely melted. This should be the best start they could hope for. Mel can do nothing but watch. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. 4 alive, confidence, and just getting a good grip on the game. That's finally feels like we're seeing Liquid here.
100%. I think for sure for SRG, if Jujina doesn't find this opening kill right here on Sarah, this entire round looks differently. But for Noya, she's going to want to learn going forward in this half that she's got to force break that dog or have a buddy with her. Because that was way too easy for Daiki to find that kill.
Yeah, and look, if you give Liquid a small window of chance, I promise you they'll be right through it. They are too good to let this slip away. It's the perfect beginning. This is the start they would have hoped for. Right, get that pistol round. Now we should get the follow-up, right? It's all systematic. Gotta keep this clean though. There's always a threat when you do have that chamber. So you gotta be a little bit careful about it. So Noya with the headhunter. 3 bullets in play. Maybe Jelly on the other side. Outlaw, overkill.
Got a beautiful line right now, but Noya feels pretty good about the fact that Daiki no longer has that dog, but Jelly with the beautiful clean shot. Gonna make that one look easy, and for SRG now, they just gotta change their plan. If they can get this spike down, that's a round win for them.
Yeah, you take that, but Issa would love to stop that one from me even coming through, but gonna be warded away. That pain shell, and they're going to try and overpush, right? Dodo not going to find Biazera. No. You're not meant to get any more. That was meant to be like maybe 1 at most. Jelly having to pop off here. Georgina comes back in, and they keep control. 3 alive, but that got dangerous.
Definitely dangerous, and I wish SRG doubled down on that kind of togetherness and really overwhelmed the backside, but you could see half of them wanted to go spawn, half of them wanted to push onto that triple. A little bit disconnected, but either way, a beautiful low buy coming through here for SRG. They will be happy with that for sure.
Oh yeah, look at the bonus now. It lacks a lot of that unless they invest behind it a bit more, put some more into it, but you don't want to, right? It's meant to be that bonus round. So we do have 2 rifles, an outlaw, and then the pistols. That's all they got.
Issa just has a classic into this one. That's a feels bad, but Biazera wants to try to find an opening. Ooh. Any sort of advantage. Jelly, that's so much damage.
Yeah, it is, and Alexis gonna hunt that though. Now 4v3, Georgina again, checkmating Noya here. This is big. Keeps control of the map, make sure it doesn't go too out of hand.
And Georgina still has 2 smokes in her back pocket, a molly as well. Gonna be able to buy a lot of time, even though 2 of her teammates are far away from her. She's going to be able to draw it out. You can see Issa's Q orb is on the side as well.
Gina, pretty much the one to try and keep this in hand. That's a big player to spot, though. That's a problem. Can she do any more here? Trying to thread the needle bit on Tribox. Sarah takes space, good flash, eats it. Now, they don't know that. They don't know that she turned back around, but that's fine. Cleared in the end. The timing, brutal for Georgina, but is what it is. 3 still alive. This is the minimum that Shopify would want to walk away with alive in this sort of round. Donut on patrol. That timing is hilarious. It's hilarious, the timing we're seeing. And Issa going to find Donut. This is where it gets costly. This is where it gets dangerous. Now we're down to the thick of things. Sarah, position noted, goes for the swing. Issa down on 45 here, but Sarah even lower. 5 HP.
And remember, her Q orb is still on the side. She's going to be able to cut off that rotate. She knows she's low.
God, Issa! Heroics needed and heroics found. Liquid still alive and keeping themselves going here. Up to 6.
What an unbelievable round. I think that was a 2 versus 3 retake, but this kill right here, Noya getting taken out on that extremity all by her lonesome, just made SRG's lives so much more difficult. With the Viper utility on the site to buy them time, Team Liquid just dissected their opponents there.
Red Bull clutch and a half. That brings the game back to a real possibility. 9-6. We are seeing that value in Liquid, that capability now to build up, get these ults going. Yeah, Georgina's got hers. You want to be looking at maybe getting Jelly's online. Maybe getting Issa's going. Loads of options here. And Sheriff's on the other side. Headhunter with Noya. And a stinger with Mel. Jelly again. Such great control with this Outlaw. That's Neuer gone. And that's been generally going that way this half.
Picks left and right, and SRG is going to take this timing to try to gain some space towards this hookah. And Team Liquid have been responding really well. This synergy between Issa and Daiki is fantastic. But Issa, her gas is low.
That's so nice though, yeah. They've still got such a great idea on this crossfire. It's going to be hard to get these players out of it. Daiki takes a bit of damage, but still. What's the springboard? What's the goer? How'd you get these players out of these positions? High flash, Issa does incredibly well. And she's still alive! Daiki only taken down by her own teammate. That's the only way you get a kill apparently this round. And Sarah, a little too late to the party. Sadly, not much left to be seen. But now, Liquid, they're getting back into the game, Christine.
One round at a time, Lauren, one round at a time. And we talked about those small mistakes catching SRG from the map on Pearl. Just minor things, catching them up towards the end of things. And that's kind of what we're seeing here in this second half. And I can't believe Daiki got taken out by her own teammate there. But Jujina has just been fantastic. I mean, I talked about the fact that Issa was running out of gas. Things could really turn its tail, but Jujina arrives, drops the smoke, and is just able to anchor and control and slow down the hit coming out from SRG.
And this is exceptional for the players, right? With a nice upswing from Jujina, you can let the others find their footing too, right? You've got Jelly starting to really find a bit more form, kind of outdoing Neuer in those head-to-heads pretty consistently now. Daiki doing well, slow build there, but again, just starting to see all the stars align. It was enough of a worry that Shopify have obviously called the timeout. They don't want to let this one get any closer, because Liquid have done exactly what they needed to. Against the odds of it as well, converting that bonus, fighting hard. And you're looking at the finances coming through for Shopify. They can get a buy together. That's fine. They've got a decent buy. A couple of ults on the horizon. So again, you've got Donut one away. That could be fought for this round. You have the operator with Neuer. They've got some key components to fight with. But it feels like a linchpin round.
It absolutely is gonna be as well. Jelly, she's posturing towards the shower area, operator in hand, and one orb away from the showstopper. You can definitely bet your booty that Team Liquid want this orb, and they're gonna set up Jelly for it. And Shopify, they know the win con from the defenders. All three members towards this shower, they want to contest.
And again, you look at it, it's been mostly Jelly winning out this fight. The flash has forced them off the angle, or at least to even scrap for it early. Jelly holding and waiting. All for this or pretty much. The boombot has to come in. And she gets played in again. Broken on the other side by Jujina. Flashed away, still comes back in. They're burning so much utility and they still haven't forced Jelly off.
So many mind games. This should buy a little bit of time for Sarah on SRG to kind of contest towards that long B. What a huge reaggress. The Viper wall coming up to allow Neuer to just move forward inches. But Issa, she's going to take that timing to gain more ground. She needs an equalizer.
She might get it. Considering where the spike is, this is really dangerous.
Oh, this timing.
And the guy, oh, that snap! What a flick from Issa to correct towards Sarah first. And that's the spike now down.
I've got your
This is red alert. This is worried. Neuer, you're not going to go through that. There's no way in hell you do. So you pause. The Seeker's going to come down, find the players, spam it out. Where does the spike go? It's been collected.
30 seconds
Do they
left.
go towards a 3-player stack on A?
They feel like they have to because those Seekers all went towards A. You saw that Mel, she wasn't confident getting ground. 20 seconds left.
Sarah is right here. Great stall, and she's got Daiki by her side. This is going to be brutal. If they try and go ahead, they've got 10 seconds. And again, Sarah drags him out of the sky. Yes, straight to here. But look who's lurking, look who's waiting. Daiki's so close by. Cancels that lurk attempt, almost wanted to get involved. And still does! Alexis' curiosity gets her killed. And Neuer, alive on 14, can't stand! Daiki finding brilliance, and Team Liquid finding another round.
Well played, 2 versus 2 there from Liquid. Issa's re-aggression towards that hookah was everything. You even saw Alexis in this post plant. She felt like she was gonna get flanked at any second, forcing the fight backside, and that just makes this 2v2 unsynergized for SRG, and Daiki is just there to eat it up. What a beautifully well-played round coming out here for Liquid.
And maybe SRN was on to something with that interview, right? Speaking how good they would be on this half. And they aren't wrong.
Right here.
The thing is, didn't take many ults here, right? You still got Isas, you got Jellies. Daiki, one off from Biazera. Shopify starting to run a little low on steam. That outplay, that comfort
My ult. They are so
is
dead.
here. Okay, investment in this round, Jelly. Now needs to be
Caution
cautious.
here. Op being spotted here at A is gonna give Noya the information that she needs Alexis's util to get back on the line. Jelly has this showstopper. If Noya's able to draw out this utility, absorb some of it, if her teammates give her some space, we're really gonna see a lot more value coming out of this chamber. Dodo Nut, she's afraid of this flank. She does not want
Oh.
Issa to gain any ground. If Sarah's able to get a pick through this Viper's Pit, she completely open the round, but Jelly, she's just not missing.
No, and Jelly didn't feel the need to be forced off from this either. Can still control the angle. Sarah gets the reaction on the other side of the map, though. Does that cancel things? Alexis can be caught on the way out here. Spike still in hand. That's a problem. Biazera fully in control, unfazed, and Donut unable to find footing. Barely able to survive in the smoke. Sarah trying to find anything she can, but Liquid will not be moved. The solution has not been here yet for Shopify, Christine. They can't find a way to break into this A site.
And these last couple of rounds have been dominant for Liquid. They are certainly making these rounds look easy for themselves. And I mean, this line, this kill for Jelly, it's just too easy. Bizarra feeling like she can completely control the fort, even spraying her entire clip down into the short A, but feeling confident. The crossfire is holding strong. Jujina's always going to be there to slow down any sort of hit coming out here for SRG. And this is going to be one of the last healthy purchases coming out for Shopify.
Oh, this is sketchy though. Jelly now ever present. Does she send it? Has the showstopper if needed. Does this cancel plans? If Shopify have seen that, how does that change things here?
The last time around Mel had this Brimstone ult online, something weird happened. Didn't get much value for it. Now, with Issa being so deep, if Mel gets any inkling that there's a posturing towards this hookah, could be an easy opening for Shopify, but just defaulting right now. They're gonna leave Noya inserted in this long B area. Try to go push back towards that short A.
Yeah, it's a little sketchy though. I'm pretty sure Biazera has invested the ult. See, because it's enough of a question mark. They want to clear behind it, and it's really well timed. It allows that cheat of the rotation. We're going to show she's still here. But Biazera waiting, unaffected, unfazed. Looking for the follow-up. Georgina going to find Donut. This is easy. Again, individual, not fully forced away from the angle either. Waiting for that next layer to come in, and it's Noya. Maybe able to break ahead this time. Plant comes in. First time we've really seen this. Time now on Shopify's side. Hold on, the flash through, and nothing as Georgina again, gun in hand. Trade comes out, it's messy on the side. Flank on the way, Noya still focused. Still looking towards Lamps. Dips in towards the ult, trying to find some safety. Alexis looking checkmated. Isn't! Comes out swinging! This ain't meant to be the round! Shopify! I don't know how they're finding these kills in these moments. But man, Issa ain't having it just yet. Any more in the tank, Issa. Alexis to the left, Sarah to the right. Spike still taking, she's gonna make a go of it. Here's the bullets. Looking for the swing. Oh, nice try, couldn't quite get it. Shopify keep the lead.
And each team kind of just eating up any of these small mistakes that might be coming their way. You saw that Jelly had a checkmate reaction, right? That paint shell landing towards that shower. Shoulda, woulda, coulda been an easy one, but losing track of the agents. And my goodness, what a hold though coming out. I mean, Shopify, they did not look comfortable in this hit. It was Bizarra holding down the fort towards U-Haul, absorbing so much of that utility. I would have loved to see her go even more aggressive, right? None of that utility was hitting her. She had that ultimate procced, but either way, able to absorb so much pressure.
Yeah, Jelly's still over the side though, but a little bit of a deeper look.
Caution here.
Do they still clear as diligently? Sky's not here, right? Alexis is on the other side of the map, so there's a little bit more play actually. Daiki reconfirming they are still here. Jelly, barrel, scene.
Both
And this
teams
is crowd
aware.
time. Welcome to live events. Sending in Noya to try and deal with Jelly, but Jelly unmoved. Let's not go out of the game to show crowd members. Don't love that. For now though, luckily it is a slow round. We missed nothing yet, but Sarah going exploring, not the right angle for it. Issa holding that well. It's looking like Liquid could make it to 10.
Certainly looking like it. We're going to need some heroics coming out here for Shopify. Only 3 members left. Alexis, no flashes, no utility. Oh, there it is. That's going to open things up tremendously for Dodonut. Look at the space that Mel has.
There's a chance, but Biazera still holding ground at Jelly, making it perfectly in time. Cutting off the cavalry, allowing for that security to be in play. Team Liquid are back in the game, tied all even.
And Shopify Rebellion, they've got to stabilize. They've got to catch their breath and not let this snowball build anymore. That is 2 rounds now, just in this second half, where individual members are dry walking into the crosshairs of Liquid. 2 easy openings for themselves, and those kinds of mistakes, they cannot afford to let it go anymore in this half. Round 21 now, and this operator on the back of Jelly is just been getting heating up more and more. You can see she wants to go for an early pick towards this hookah. And this has been a huge issue for Shopify. No boom bot. There it is.
Yeah, they gotta tighten this one up. I mean, you're falling, I don't say for basics, but just a well-positioned Jelly. Now, actually outdone on the corner. No, that's a classic. You're not meant to be... Oh my god,
The double peak.
They're getting away with daylight robbery at times, but it's this side of the map. They can't get a rhythm down. Between Issa, throw Biazera in the mix, Jelly when she rotates over, they're just not getting much done there. They're really struggling.
Yeah, they really have to depend on Team Liquid to overextend and linger a little bit too long, and that's exactly what Jelly does. But with this low buy, it's going to be tough. I mean, Mel, she was able to collect that operator, and actually the timing here between Jujina and Shopify is going to be crazy. The sound cues.
It's just... Wait, Sarah still hits a banger of a shot. It ain't over, but it's given the info, right? And look at the rotations. They're coming over now. Issa can almost play forward to buy time, right? Put body on the line, tuck into the corner. Sarah's got another hit, another world. It ain't going to happen this time. And Alexis is found. Issa again. Backbone on the A side, not letting anyone get too close. They take the lead in the 22nd round.
And you know it's a telltale sign when Liquid get the kills, but they don't even collect the op. That's how much the money has shifted. Liquid have plenty of it to close things out for these last few rounds, and Shopify, they're going to purchase one of their own into Noya's hands, and this is where Shopify, they've really got to slow things down. They got to take advantage of the Seekers in the back pocket of Alexis. Once they gain a little bit of control, get Noya nice and comfortable, they should give themselves a lot more oomph coming into round 22.
Most American chant I've ever heard. Regina's still with that ult in hand. Let's see what else they have. Again, it's a little far away from the others. They've been kind of cycling these very nicely, actually, from the Liquid side. A little bit more silence across the board. Not giving away too much.
You can see Georgina just being extra mobile in spawn right now, keeping her arm out, keeping that iPad ready to just proc that ultimate if SRG decide to speed things up. What an off angle for Jelly. That's good information. And a huge smoke for Georgina. Slowing things down once again.
They're not finding much elsewhere, and the problem is you look at Shower, they've still got that really deep positioning coming up from the Azera. And that's with the operator. So Seeker's going to come down. I don't think it's going to even really identify how many are here, but the spike is leaning away from B. So it's Issa again, who was exceptional at being that anchor on A, now showing what she can do on the B side. There is no easy access. I say that. How's Noya here? Noya slipped the net. This gets a bit weird now. 20 seconds. I think they might rotate on it, yeah. But the problem is there's a player in between. Biazera still towards Showers. They don't quite know about it. Jelly here as well. There's the operator. They're walking into the dark. They had no clue. The monsters on the other side. Mel going to try and fight forward, but the paint shot from the grave puts Liquid up to 12.
The checkmate, just salt in the wound there for Mel to finish things off. A lot of indecisiveness coming out here for Shopify. Nothing can get past Team Liquid's defenses. This hookah is a problem. Issa consistently able to find these picks on these dry swings. And you saw earlier that SRG used utility to gain that control, but As soon as they cut noise, I mean, the re-aggression coming out for Liquid, the individual moves from Issa, it's just too much for Shopify right now. They don't have a solution.
No, they're getting absolutely battered at the moment. Shopify, this is the difference. Yeah, you look good on one half, you have no depth on the second. Absolutely outdone, tagged up from the start. Unless they can get a heal. Wait, Mel, that was kind of nice to backfill that space. Keeps at least Jorginho away, and that's why the ult's gone. So play it to the good. Early fight. Do they carry on this way? Oh my god, they absolutely do. Here come the ults. Look who's waiting though. Issa has... Oh, it's an anime battle! And Liquid come out on top. It's clean stuff from Daiki. This has been an absolute massacre. A funeral for Shopify in this final round, surely. 4v2, Mel and Neuer. Make me a believer. Make me believe this is still possible, because right now, Liquid, against the odds, that halftime scoreline feels like a lifetime away. Issa will not let you in. This is her side. This is Liquid's map. And now you know why. 13-10.